Good YouTube. This your man Spill Dog. I kind of been knew this was gonna happen. It just been. I saw on ESPN where they said that Errol Spence and Fundora not gonna fight. Well, I pretty much figured that out. I say in my mind I felt like it by the end of the summertime when August got here and he still hadn't picked a trainer. I just think it's over for Spence, man. And that's still my dog, But once the situation deteriorated with him and Derek James, and he was oblivious to the fact that his trainer was unhappy, that goes to show you just how much he wasn't locked in no more. I mean, how can you be working with a guy and not feel things and not feel things not the same. I remember, and it was just a little bit too late at the time. If I'm being honest, I told this to my best friend, my boy Mike, right before when they had the media workout for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. And don't take my word for it. Just go back and watch the media workout for Spence and Crawford, and just look how sloppy and how bad they looked on the pads when Derek James and Errol Spence was working the pads, and they had to call Derek James because remember he had got the Trainer of the Year award. He was so busy patting himself on the back trying to do interviews. They had to call him to come over there to the ring to hold the pads for Spence because he over there running his mouth, and it was hella sloppy. And when I saw that, I felt like then I was like, oh man, this shit don't look good. I was like, they look terrible on the pads. And I thought about at that time he was training Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, and Charlo all at the same time. Your main fighter is fighting the biggest fight of his career, and Earl, like I say, I mean, he got that new lady and all that. I think that might have had that had to be had something to do with him being that unlocked in with his trainer like that. I mean, there ain't no way. I mean, he should have seen some type of signs, that your trainer not happy. Bottom line, and when Derek James won, how Earl looked in the ring, it was pathetic. But I think it was in like January or something like that when Derek James put it out there that Earl owed him money, and when I think they situation legally or everybody knew about them splitting apart, like I think it was January or February about this time last year. And so when that happened, and I think you remember Earl went to the Fundora fight, got in the ring saying he wanted to fight Fundora, whoop whoop, all that happened. But once it got April, May, June, July, August, when it got to the end of the summer, and he still didn't have a trainer, and his personality, my oldest son got a similar personality, and with his personality being the way it was, I was like, man, this shit might be bad for him because he don't want another trainer. He was comfortable doing things the way he had been doing it, and he really did not want to go pick another trainer. You could tell, but at the same, and it was messed up, and the money Derek James was asking for, I would have had to know up front that you want that, and we'd have had to try to see if we could work that out or not. I don't think I would have paid that much money either, and I damn sure ain't gonna pay that much money after the fact because you look terrible in the ring that night. And so, I mean, I really think that the money and everything separated somehow. I don't know if I think what it was is that Derek James was getting paid more money from other fighters than he was from Errol Spence, but the part he wasn't looking at, that's how you got them other fighters, because you trained Errol Spence, and he'd been doing so well. Now, I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation all the way around, and at the end of it, they definitely was never no type of friends, Derek James and Spence. This was always looked like to me a coach trainer relationship. The way it broke down, it had to be because if they had any real friendship, they could have talked about that. Even if you mad with your boy on some money shit like that, they would have been able to talk about it. And the fact that they had communicated, and and Earl, I mean, you could tell he was clearly threw off. When they said he went to the gym, and Derrick James put him out the gym, and the next day, I mean, you could tell Earl was completely blindsided. He didn't see it coming. And that goes to show you how evidently he was real self-involved. Spence, like, to the point where he in his own damn world for a person to be that damn unhappy, and y'all work together. It's amazing, man. But if you look at Errol Spence from the outside looking in, you can see he probably got that type personality. And I just knew he wasn't gonna want. He don't. Well, I didn't know until it happened that he didn't want another trainer, and he obviously just don't want to pick nobody else. And I think it's over. I've been said that. I honestly think it's over. I didn't think it after the fight, but once Derrick James left, and there's too many good trainers out here. He could have picked a trainer within a week. I mean, it's a bunch of better trainers. I hate to say it, than Derrick James out here, but he don't want to do it. He don't. He want everything to be like it was. It ain't gonna be like that no more. So I don't think Earl gonna never be nowhere close to who he once was. Without Derrick James, he ain't gonna be the same fighter. Because they had a good rapport. They've been dealing with each other since he was a teenager, and I mean, if it take you a year to realize you can't find another trainer, man, and more than likely, whoever got to put this money, nobody just trying to throw their damn money away when they see you ain't serious. You just, I think Earl I don't know what the hell he doing, but boxing clearly is not in the forefront. So, I mean, it looked like he been smart with his money. Got the big ranch. He just got that big check with Crawford a couple of years ago. And, shit, I mean, man, everybody not going to have a long boxing career. And once you brought the alcohol and the car accidents and the partying and all that, who's to say he ain't went back to that? I don't know him. Who's to say he ain't still doing stuff he ain't got no business doing? He got 1 foot in the ring and 1 foot out. I think all he wants is another check. I think the same way for Keith Thurman. I don't think they want to box no more, but they want to get paid. Because you sit back and think, damn, man, all I need to do is get in shape. I get me a bunch of millions of dollars. We ain't talking about, I mean, millions. So, and it's just I hate to see Earl's career come to an end like this. Because not because of the fight with him, but I'm talking about the situation with him and his trainer. Some petty shit with some money, make you and a guy that been with you all these years fall out. Now the money Derrick James was asking for, I wouldn't have paid it either. But it seemed like y'all could have worked this shit out some kind of way where I at least try to make you happy. Where we keep on going. And I don't think, that don't look like Earl personality to be able to sit down. He don't like he can handle that type of conversation, and for the most part, Derrick James he may be the same way. It's real bad when you can't sit down like a man and take care of your business, and it's bad, man, because I just really believe that was something they should have been able to sit down and discuss and work that out after all them years of being together. But, I think, Al Heyman and them, whoever in charge of Errol Spence, now I'm glad they doing this because this was going to be some bullshit. I mean, like I said, he ain't got no trainer. He ain't serious about this no more. And Fundora would have now when they first announced the fight, I thought Earl was still a boxer. I was figuring, oh yeah, he'll knock this dude out, but the way it seemed, and as long as he been out the ring, shit, man, that big tall dude might tattoo him in there if he ain't 100% dialed in, and I don't even think he got it in him no more. I really don't. I think when Derrick James quit, I think that's just more than he want to do. he don't want to go pick another trainer, and like I said, it's a damn shame. It really is, man. That money can really, everybody can't handle it. That money can fuck some, it fucks some people up. Don't get me wrong. It ain't, and money ain't evil. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. And man, it just seemed like, man, that big money fucked him up. I mean, it definitely messed him up with his trainer. And a lot of times these dudes go get these girls that wouldn't even look at them without the money. I don't know how smart that is. Sometimes, now I don't know what's going on in his situation, but I think about Keith Thurman. That's why I say that. It just seemed like from the time he went over to Japan and brought that young lady back home with him, it was the beginning of the end. The night he lost to Fundora, he's sitting in that locker room kissing and shit before a fight, and I'm thinking, what the hell is he doing? And went out there, when Keith Thurman fought Pacquiao, and went right out there and got knocked down in the first round. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I'm thinking to myself, man, you ain't got time for that soft shit. You finna go in here and fight, what I believe, a lot of these boxers, I think they dedicate so much of themselves to their boxing career that I think a lot of them don't be involved with a lot of women young because they so busy and traveling and doing what they doing, fighting, and maybe they just, once they get that money, they go out there and buy them something they think they want, and look like they be getting turned out to me, because it just seem like some of them, Sugar Shane, I seen a lot of them, get with a certain woman and start falling off, and I mean, it's hard to, you don't want to blame nobody, but it's hard to not notice that certain people come in these guys' lives, and they all, certain type of people come in their life, and next thing you know, their career start going downhill. I have to say this can't be a coincidence. Charlo, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, all, it just seemed like certain ones that go get certain type of women, man, and it just ruins their fucking career, man. Deontay Wilder, I had to say, man, it's real sad and unfortunate that some of these guys go out the way that they do, because I think they get that, once they get that big money, sometimes even the parents start kissing their ass, and won't nobody tell these dudes what they need to hear and be honest with them no more, because everybody trying to stay close to that money. I really believe, man, if you don't keep some straight up real people around you that's not around you for your shit and don't want to sponge off you, that can be honest with you, you can find yourself in some real fucked up positions and throw away a lot of hard work, man. I look at Keith Thurman. Look how long it's been he been out the ring. Shit, Earl, what is it? When was they? Shit, he about a month away from it being another 2 years. A couple of months away from it being 2 years. Keith Thurman is almost 3 years. Shit, man. And then y'all already in your middle and late 30s. You ain't finna be able to do shit with nobody real fighting like this. So, it's the right thing to do. I cancel the fight, and if Earl want to be serious about boxing and do what everybody else do, go pick a trainer and do what you gotta do, fine. But as long as he bullshit like this, I don't blame him. I wouldn't waste no money and no time with it either if I'm a promoter. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.